Fnatic 对上 TH 石油杯冠军战来了，欧五最终对决，赢的队伍将抱走高达50万美元的冠军奖金，比大师赛还多。这场含金量直接拉满，两队都是来自欧洲的顶尖强队，彼此熟到不能再熟。究竟这次是谁能笑到最后，捧起冠军奖杯呢
？Traded out and yeah, he got a 1 for 3 after that initial fight. His teammate going down, the flash only blinding him for a millisecond.
Spike down.
Even a collateral in the mix. Pressure on from almost every side. The thing is, Heretics have found the one angle that was open. Benji gets taken out by the op, but Rien's standing strong. They've got a firing squad set up, and it's Woot left to do the damage. kaajak can take him down. 12 HP left. The defuse tapped, and kaajak drawing him into a fight, but it's Woot firing right back to equalize.
The fact is, Heretics are all boxed up, playing these crossfires. The Viper Scream will fall, and that will be Fnatic's cue to go. Already, Benji lands that first shot. It's evened up. He's bounced away by kaajak, but that time is ticking. And they don't have enough. That's crazy. They clear out every single player, but it just took them too long. They just ran out of time. Mini Boot, he's going to try and challenge. He's going to slide in on Boaster. Well, already a two-man advantage. You'd probably like to just dissipate here. Instead, he's forced into a fight, and the rest of the team coming to base for Crashies! But he has managed to come out with 3. A one-man army, and eventually kaajak brings the cavalry.
Flawless solution. Even dodging the flash and picking up 2, buying the time for kaajak. You can see he wasn't really committing. This will be a split on the B side. This will be the showstopper put in early. Mini Boo takes no space. Paranoia from Boaster is perfect. And the nade to slow some more. The advantage building for the side of Fnatic. And it's all thanks to kaajak. Unbelievable defense on that side. Heretics, they tried to put the pressure on, but they were the ones to crumble. This is beautiful. Just the placement of kaajak.
And look at the screen. Immediately up.
The reaction was there. The blast pack to boop Boo out of the round. And it was done from this point forward.
Well, another around that area means that they can continue to pressure in towards the C site. Yesterday versus Gen G, it was 5 out of 6 pistols for Heretics, and they just about managed to get through that series. Right now, they are struggling. kaajak with his 3rd kill of the round already. And Rien's wounded, battered and bruised, but he will still take the fight versus Alpha.
Rien's, yeah, like you said, very. And Rien's was the standout player on Lotus up against Gen G. But for most of the game, up until those last few, up until your OT, Boo was the one putting in so much work individually of double digits. Oh. Well, Woot is okay, winning. He gets wallbanged down to 7 HP by the Outlaw, has a classic in a corner, and still walks away with 1. Impressive indeed.
Hey, 1 more would be nice. 1 more kill, and this is costly. Yes! Rien's has found 2! Somehow has made this interesting. It should have been a done deal already. He doesn't expect the position of Crashies, but has started to make that realization. There's so many angles to check that he can't quite find the last one, but wow, unfortunately it's not.
Oh, if this was the start of the game, this is a fantastic start to the half. Considering the loss in the pistol, considering the opening triple kill from Alphayer, trading out just 1 of his teammates, and the weapon recovered. But ultimately, this position from Crash. Spike is making its way to the site. All eyes on Boo. If he can drop this spike, they may well be in with a chance, but he'd have to get past kaajak. Instead, oh no, it's disastrous! He's missed the shots he needed to land, and this has just been every round.
Initial games in this tournament were rough.
No, it's Pulp Fiction. We didn't need a replay.
But they were coming. Oh no! Yeah, he's even getting called out by Chronicle.
The space now going to be contained with this lockdown put into play. It needs to be an aggressive play. It needs to be quick from Team Heretics to get through this choke point to break that lockdown, and they're being spammed out. 3 seconds left. Boo tries to round, but Chronicle's watching, and the lockdown comes into play with 2 detained. This round should be done. There's only 1 man who can really stop them from retaking the space, and he's already dealt with. Time ticking away as Rien's finally let go from his prison, but they're about to be set free from the map as Fnatic. Chronicle in position with Alpha. The numbers flooding in, the eyes on Crashies, but round the side they go. Crashies even gets one with the shock dart. Heretics are crumbling here in the pistol round till Rien steps up to the plate. He's got 4, and he could knock this one out of the park. It's a shot to Boaster needed, and it connects, but not for enough damage.
Between a round win and not, the last player you came up against just happened to have shield. Like that was almost one of the greatest pistol round. Yeah, it was. He hits the head. I think it's purely, yeah, it is. It's the shields. The difference is the shields.
Alpha taking a risk. That's been what we've seen from Fnatic, but they haven't been punished most of the time. This looked like the time they would. But no, kaajak got them all. It just keeps on going in favor of Fnatic.
They win a domestic, they get to a final, and now he's styling. Breaking the back of Heretic. Sure, it is a low buy round, but that's one of the cleanest aces you will ever see. Didn't even need a reload in the midline. It's been spotted at least. Miniboo's gonna join his brother, try and help out, but the shots just aren't hitting. Eventually he will get one. And now the steel gun has gone in, but this ultimate from Alfia still becomes a point of damage. He can keep using this, clearing these back angles. Another comes up for Boaster. He's running. He was reloading it, but even still has found the kill. And they take their guns away from a moment, but it makes no difference at all.
Under threat, double trips, waiting for that full dive, waiting to catch that Neon. But with Chronicle down, those trips go alongside him. Alpha standing alone, and he falls just the same. 3 versus 3, as the spike can now be planted, but a deep drone used first to grab that extra intel.
Oh, an aggressive Hunter's Fury. Oh, he's almost hit Boo, but that's about it. Trying to find at least a little bit of information, even if it wasn't the kill. 2 players coming around the corner. Boaster has already made it in, and now all that remains is Boo, but he's done well, but not well enough. It's close, but no cigar. Couple of rounds can help them if you believe in curses. And look at this sprint through already. It is so damning.
Extra info off the Hunter's Fury, and 1 man left alive. Chronicle seeing him with the hat off his head. This team Heretics have only Rien's. All hope resting on his shoulders for this half to be even slightly recovered, and Chronicle the one to put him to bed.
Well, it seems like right now, Heretics need to win Icebox just to survive in this series. They are getting slaughtered. These rounds are barely lasting more than 20 seconds, and it just isn't stopping. kaajak with another triple to add to his collection. It will join the ace he got earlier in this game. And while Boo now stands,
shadows traveling.
He's not even going for the TP, at least not yet. Now they've spread the flash through the smoke. That's what he's waiting for. That's his chance. An angle around that smoke. Chronicle down, but the spam from kaajak is too good. This guy is too good. All prayers to Leo Faria for this one. Oh, it's dominant, but of course they only have the pistols, but it is a force buy up. They put the shields in. They tried to give themselves a chance to swing back at their opponents.
it's a ruse.
And indeed, the TP out. Heretics will soon connect the pieces of the puzzle. Boo, he doesn't know whether to stay or whether to go. As they're about to round the corner, this Sheriff needs to do so much, and it gets almost nothing. Fnatic, 3 versus 2, a rifle for Miniboo, a stinger for Woot, and all hope now rests on their shoulders.
Normally they'd be the players you'd want. Miniboo has no idea. Woot, #1 coming in, but there is nothing he could do but stand between the mic.
Almost any team will struggle to match Fnatic on this map. Starting out, Miniboo's being caught on the Omen.
Afford to fall back. Also taking a lot of damage, even just from the orb. It makes these kills so much easier for the likes of kaajak, who hasn't needed any help throughout this series so far.
Damage done, snakebite in, Woot gets tagged on the way out. The decay almost drops him. kaajak on his 3rd of the round. Shock dart kill! And kaajak closing another 4K.
kajak's story as well. It's one of playing through Ascension, winning it, and his reward is being given the task of replacing the duelist who was part of the team that had the most set.
Every time they've been running into a brick wall. Nice opening by kaajak. 2 players there, he still gets one. And the rest of the squad armed to the teeth. Wall up, and so is Chronicle. He was on top, drops down, and there's a gap for him to take the kill. That's usually where you end up seeing the Sage fall.
Tank that utility. Woot will at least be able to fall back, but they've taken a bit of damage. The shock dart with a little bit of extra chip. And kaajak has just found 2 for it. I think one of them left vulnerable. It leaves only one man standing, but Boo is still fighting forward, giving it his best, not wanting to give this up. Chronicle's gone walking across. I think he's seen the ponytail, that little bit of extra information, and a crucial round from the side of Fnatic. They're looking to take this from 2 different angles. Crashies at the back can get into this pit of fairly close range, get himself around the corner, and kajak's just trying to bait for the time. The reveal is not going to give the game away, but he's found Boo anyway. That's the pit dissipating, and now they wait for the decay. This is the chance of Mini Boo to find them while they're low, but that HP is going back up, and he's not quick enough. The deadly duo. North American import. Pretty big surprise. Mini Boo, he's found a gap. An important opener in a round where he has the hero rifle. kaajak does not like this idea, but it's been going decently well so far. Mini Boo managed to find another kaajak, just looking to do this all on his own. Already managed an ace earlier, but this time it will be taken away. It is Alfia to combine. Is he going to overtake him? Because this is one of the best grand finalist performances I think I've ever seen.
Without a doubt. Especially looking at how few rounds he has to show up in. Because they just keep on winning. They pushed him one at a time there, Tom. They found the opening on the site. They said,
up until today, kaajak, though, has been a little bit better. He was moving through as he finds that kill onto Riens. He has been an unstoppable force.
Counter lockdown in play. Woot, oh, he tried to break it. He tapped twice, but Alpha only needed 1. That lockdown, making it all the way, and oh, it looked like Boo thought that perhaps that lockdown was down below, but it was up top. A misread as he's now being caught, waiting to get the opportunity.
They're gonna need something to go their way, and it just isn't. Benji Fishy with 1, a second as well, but it's gonna be left on to Boo. He's given them a chance. He still is unaware of Crashy's position, but he is going to be able to get that plant in. Dart sent through will reveal him. Crashies now knows exactly where his opponent is, but dealing with him is another thing altogether. He's going to stick this defuse at least to half. Boo may just have to swing this one. He needs to peek, and he gets it just about right. The clock in his head was bang on. He's almost just trying to sell the idea that there's nobody else here, and they believe it, they fall for it. Somehow he survived longer than expected, but Mini Boo is trying to fight back, but it's the IGL this time. Boaster leading the charge of taking them through with an advantage. Woot will deal with him. But there are still 3 more players. 30 seconds, no Viper wall to cross, and even a res.
Yeah, I don't think that res is going to be coming through, but, well, now maybe. Alpha actually might be safe. The wall goes up. That's the res play. Chronicle's going to make it in. Crashy's going to cover that cross. 12 seconds left. Plant has to be gone for. They've got to look for it. No, they're looking for the kills instead. They want to win this off the fights, and it's down to a 1v1. They know Chronicle's close. Only 4 seconds left. Woot has found him in the corner just in time.
2 players.
No.
Riens has caught a glimpse of his life flashing before his eyes. 2, make that 3. Looking to defend this site. The conversion here is so important, and realistically, excluding that outlaw, the weaponry is so weak, and so are some of the players. The danger should have dissipated, but kaajak is still alive. He shot both bullets, though. The trade's still going back and forth as it comes down to just Boo. He's been great thus far, but he's very far away. It's a chance for Alfia to not only get the plant, but potentially even retrieve a weapon to play with. However, he doesn't know how close his opponent currently is. What is the last shot? Icebox Heretics has always been a hometown for Alpha.
The damage was done with the Outlaw. A shot landed onto Woot. He was so low. It makes it easy for that Classic to close him out. But it's Alpha's 1v2. It's the Sheriff on angles up high.
And he could lose his life. He gets it bang on, and he might just find 3. There goes a smoke that's kind of made it awkward, but he hits the shots anyway! Woot has taken over the round!
30 seconds
His
left.
22nd kill of this map!
Not where I expected to see. The scariest face of Heretics showing up on the server.
Spike down.
Finding
A.
strength in their scope.
Already quickly on the scene, maybe expecting someone in the corner, but now spots Chronicle. He hasn't, however, seen Crashies. This snake in the grass, this sneaky corner, that one was easy. The rest will be tougher.
Hunter's Fury for the post plant. 3v3 as they go up the rope. Poster falls and Chronicle does too, but that pick, it enables Crashies to use this ult to deny. And he almost catches Boo on the rope. Shock dart through. Boo barely avoids it, but time is ticking. He has to force Crashies into a fight. And he will, but he's not gonna win it. Crashies!
Back to bite them.
Flashbang.
Flashbang gonna be thrown over. It's left so many blind. It's perfect for Rians, but Boaster swings back in response. Woot still on the site though, has kept the advantage in Heretics' favor, and there's still 2 more players to deal with. Boo playing ahead of the curve. The first comes easy, but Alpha got 2 there. Woot must have been standing directly behind him. And now it comes down to the battle of the Killjoys. Benji
30
Fishy
seconds left.
has not had his best series, but this round is more important than maybe all of the rest combined.
The time is on Benji's side. He spotted him. Now they both got the info to play with, but Alpha still won't be able to find a spot to plant. He's looking for the pick, and he finds it! Fnatic on their feet, just 1 round behind! Patiently for this play to come through. There it is, the hat seen by both players. The turret destroyed. Woot activating onto Crashies, but dealt with after 1 with the res online. This is a big problem. They go pushing on B. kaajak's there to catch them. Fnatic now in a 5v3 thanks to the res, thanks to the lurk from kaajak. But they're still going into the A site, still walking into the heavy numbers of Heretics. No ultimates to fall back on though, but time on their side, 12 seconds, it's running out, and it's all kaajak, he's too far away, they've done it, Team Heretics, short of the most incredible clutch. This is an agent that could let him run away with the game. That's a shaky start. Crashies picking back 2 though. He's given them a chance, but he is boxed in.
He's also tagged, but it doesn't seem to matter. The low HP is only making him stronger.
I have this spike.
And after the double opener, he's going on a wraparound, but so is Miniboo. Timing here will end up being everything. Boaster has got the right idea, and he's won the fight. A 3 versus 5, now diminished to just Boo remaining.
Going out.
Maybe they won't even need it. Boo's already tagged heavy. The tap comes in, there's a reveal to fire straight into that smoke. No need to fight, but Crashies is hungry! Then they'll go swinging on in. The bow in hand, it's giving info, but it's not needed. 16 health in that corner.
Teammates, and goes looking for the fight. A huge advantage already picked up. And while Alfier's position, it's only gonna get 1, but well, it's more like 1 and a bit. Boo is on his last legs.
Great shot.
And they're gonna need Woot to hit God mode to win this round.
Crashies his beat nuts. He denied the drone on the way through. Woot though pops down the wall. That could get us to at least halfway on the defuse, but in goes the Hunter's Fury. A big difference now as Crashies is going to eliminate on his time! Boo left alive, and it doesn't matter, live or die.
Which gives them so much space. The cam though is gonna be integral. And actually Benji goes ahead, and so does Miniboo.
kaajak grabbing another though. Yeah, this is now spiraled out of control.
Time to jump.
Heretics down by 1 just moments ago. They held the advantage, and now they're being picked apart. Now you see the value of that early pick by Miniboo. He deleted kaajak, and they had to fall back on other individuals, but when this man is still drawing breath.
Going into last year was picking up young blood. They went into the tier 2, raided it, and brought in superstars. Woot was only just old enough to play when he joined the team halfway through the year.
Woot, as you said, he's going to be that sacrificial lamb. He knows he's got to go down first, get them around those initial corners. Riens and Vu, they've done what was needed to trade out those picks. kaajak down, and it's all on Boaster. He's found his first. Here's the steps. Knows they're both there. Time on his side! Boaster! An unbelievable clutch!
This man in a clutch situation. One that could change the course of a grand final. One that could change the course of any match. And he will deliver. And that might just be one of the moments that...
Heretics putting a decent investment into this. Woot does well. That's ult online, but he can't quite use it from this position, or it'd only be a one and done at best. He'll get out though, and now that's a real... Oh, he won't! It's kaajak again! This guy's absurd! That's the round! 4v2! It crumbles to dust! Just like that!
Yeah. With an already dominant-looking first half, it's his own flash that sets him up as well. He'll write the theme tune, sing the theme tune, and perform a dance to go with it.
They have been crushed by kaajak in so many of these battles, and of course, even when a player hiding, it's the same again. Riens has to cancel the ult, because guess who's around that corner? It's kaajak! Once more, the death dealer from Fnatic, and Heretics in a worse position than the round before, but they're running out of rounds.
One enemy
Oh, the main thing that I'm running out of is questions. At the beginning of the year, the question was, can he replace Durka? After that, it was, can he do it?
Dodges both pulses.
In a while, they're reaggressing with the drone. The Bucky in position, this could be everything. 30 seconds left on the clock, and they're only just looking to put the pressure on. The Bucky's still there, and Chronicles found another. It's looking like it could just fall apart here, but Boo's trying to save them. That's the spike down. And now Riens is all that remains. 20 seconds. And they know where he is. They know exactly where he is, but they're not fighting him. They're not looking towards him. They're going to the only site he can face off against, and they are waiting patiently for him to try and plant the spike. Fnatic are going to win themselves a thrifty. The other dimension, as the rest of the team look to head in towards what is a pretty nasty trap setup. They've timed it well, though. They go through together, weaponry removed, but that doesn't matter for Woot. Put a sheriff in his hand, and he will still knock you down. The thing that's been so difficult to deal with, kaajak is under pressure. They know where he is, and he's had to escape, but he's left Boaster behind. He's done well, at least. In fact, he'll take two. The IGL leading by example in this round, and he might have just given a chance to Fnatic to level.
Oh, he definitely has! But Benji Fishy, he's made the big play, the double takedown, and the reset as he falls on back. Crashies has seen him. He knows he's got timing, but Benji might be able to slip right past that trip, and that's exactly what he's done. He's safe now from this play. A cam to fire through if they do go to smoke this off. But of course, who's going to be the one smoking it? There's no one left for Fnatic to deny that control, and Miniboo has just mowed down two. Crashies alone. The rising tide of Team Heretics is sweeping Fnatic away. And it looks like he's got no chance if they play their cards right. The amount of shots missed, I think trumps shots hit at times. And they're on the cusp of victory. Alpha are at least good for the first, but he will be dropped. Woot as consistent as ever, and Fnatic just now leaving. It's up to Benji's timing. Almost pixel perfect, but Chronicle still catches him.
3 players sit with a chance to take us to map 3, but Fnatic are not going to give this up without a fight. Boaster watches his teammate fall. kaajak, the king of the first half, has fallen flat, but Boaster's still standing. That time, however, is ticking, and they still have Woot to deal with, the cosmic divide, but now Boo is all that remains of 1 versus 3. The time in his favor. He needs to get this kill, and he will do, and the second they let go, it is done! Heretics have come back! Currently in this server, and Fnatic look to swarm back in.
tagged up on top. Both of those players so desperately low. A few shots needed now to close out this pistol for Team Heretics. But it's Boo who has to deliver all of these final shots. The time against Fnatic, and so is Boo! It's 2 to close out the pistol. Has to be clean. With Alfier lurking, there's always danger. The numbers now even. And another found by Alfier. One left in the headhunter, and every bullet finds its mark. A classic kill for Crashies, and it crumbles to ruin.
You go back to Toronto, and there were calls for this man to maybe even be MVP in defeat.
Enemy remaining.
But at least in the final today, we haven't seen it just yet. But if he saved it for the final map, I don't think anybody in the Fnatic
camp out, almost certainly. He wants to be a part of that aggressive play, but there's no one left to join as Crashies fights his way. He's waiting for this push.
Paranoia once again. They have loved this, and they're looking to try and wrap around. I like the idea. Paranoia from Boaster as well is connected. But this is all a bait, it's a ruse to try and set up Minibu. He's at least traded out one, but they now need to get into that side. Chronicle underneath, looking to try and hold the line. He has got no support from this position, but sometimes that's where he does his best work. Boo, though, once again, clinging to life. Weaponry removed, and more importantly, look at where the last man is. He's nowhere near. Benji Fishy could be their undoing.
Chronicle's been such a menace with the utility. This time he's only good for one, and kaajak's been spotted on this A side. Boaster dealt with up in heaven. Now kaajak's surrounded. He's even being spammed to death, 45 HP. Escapes with the smoke, but he's dropped straight through it. With the weaker weapons, Heretics didn't seem to stand much of a chance, but they still have the advantage after that pick back. Fighting back in with an operator, not ideal, and the shot won't land either. This is looking more and more like Heretics have found the round. Like they can close in the gap. The shot from Alfier may change the course of this round entirely. One man left. Rien's on 78 HP. He's in the open, but so is Crashies.
Carefully.
Nowhere to run. Here we go. Hunter's Fury put through. Chronicle under pressure, surrounded now. The dimensional drift. Getting that boathouse control for Team Heretics. They're able to get a stranglehold over this site, but kaajak is quick to challenge them for this control. Oh, what a shot! Benji Fishy's gone! Deleted from this round! And it's Minibu, a 4K needed.
That is the round closed. Already, Boaster. They closed the door expecting that to be the end of it, but instead he's walked backwards into his opponent. Minibu looking to breathe life back into Heretics. kaajak on the angle, but it's a missed shot. Uncharacteristic. A chance for a 1v3 and a 4K to boot, and he will get it done! Around! Chronicle would be left behind on his own. That time, though, has already been ticking for quite a while. kaajak is the first spot, but Woot takes his head clean off. But now it's left all onto Minibu. The trade was effective. Alpha's been seen, but there's one more to deal with. TP's into the open. Boaster now is all that remains, and he has a decent idea, but Boaster holds on. They've needed him.
Forward, but has to be worried about main. Boo's not full clearing it. TP
next to him.
Smoke's in hand, but Boo corrects in time. Pulls out the weapon and the pick. Fnatic have gone deep though. They're already wrapping around behind the spawn, moving up through heaven, but it's being watched. Minibu turned to check it. He's TP'd out just in time as the pressure came through. The spike needs to be retrieved. 20 seconds sub, it's 15 on the clock. They need to move now as Boo is still inside main and they haven't cleared the site. Rien's is tucked in a corner knowing that he just needs to play that time, run that clock down, and that should be the round done right here and now. Team Heretics back in the lead.
They have no guns.
They've seen him. They know that Benji's in that corner. Getting out won't be easy. He has to sprint, he has to run for it, and just about makes it. The Thorns slowing the market play. Slowing that market push as TP goes in towards Boathouse. Now 3 players there to defend this. 37 seconds. Not a lot of time if they want to take it back, and the spikes now drop out in the open. They'll try to wrap around while the players are distracted, but they don't know how many numbers are here. At least they didn't. They've just found out the hard way that Heretics read this play.
for him, but Chronicle still has a belt to play with. Could even wall off part of the map, but he doesn't want to give his position away. He spotted a gap, and that gap could be exploited. Two players facing the wrong way. Chronicle, at the darkest of times, is the shining light.
It's not a lot to work with, knowing they've sent one player out of the site, but revealed up, he can't do much, has to just TP back. Rien's with a classic, managing to find one, but his rifle's now back online. Benji still desperately low from that initial fight. Flash pop from Vice, Crashy's good for one. That's a risky TP. Moster might have made a mistake as Miniboo chimes in for one. He's looking the right way, but he can't land the shot. 2 health on kaajak, 72 on Chronicle. Boo's been in much worse positions, but the stakes have rarely been this high. A 12th round for Team Heretics in this 1v2.
Shadows traveling.
Or a 10th for Fnatic, and it's kaajak with 2 health to land the shot.
To run into a judge. Woot is still waiting on the other side. This shot could be everything. 25 seconds left, and the same sort of issues for Fnatic arise again. That time is ticking away. They have got to run.
It's now or never. 12 seconds on the clock. 3 players on the B side. Heretics are ready and waiting with the From the Shadows, giving back up, and they don't need it. Heretics, 12 rounds locked in, and a razor's edge. Fnatic, they've bounced back from worse. They've strung together more rounds, but now they've lost Chronicle. Woot, the man that they run into, has been reliable, and a paranoia slows them down. Miniboo in with another. The advantages keep stacking in favor of Team Heretics. 1 versus 5. Crashies has to do the impossible. And for Heretics, it's a simple solution. 30 seconds, 20 HP, and 1 last shot. A best of 5, 2-0 down. And now they shall be engraved alongside the greats. EWC 2025.